All right, guys, here we go on a Friday. I'm up 32,700. And just for I know there's gonna be some people talk shit. Yes, this is a live account. And that being said, the dynamics of what made these trades happen, it's very simple, but I still need to give you a little bit of context to break it down. So with the modified version of my price action system, it's essentially the same that I've been trading the past 2.5 years, except now I just trade with 1-to-1 hard stop risk reward ratios, risking 2.53% risk per trade. And then I take profits at the 1-to-1. And so I started 2 accounts like almost 2 months ago at this point. Well, I don't know, it's like a month and a half ago. So I started 2 accounts, both of them I put 75K in. And I wanted to see which one would get to 100K quicker using same 2.53% risk per trades. But instead, on one of the accounts, I would book all profits at a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. And on the other accounts, I would let trades run after partial positions had been closed at a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio. And then I let trades run to their original targets of like 2 to 3 times whatever the initial risk was. And just to show you, just to tell you the results in a simple way, they performed about the same. So let me show you this account. This is not the account that I showed you in the other account that I made 18K on this month. This is separate. This was aside from that. And I didn't teach this because obviously I want to test something first to make sure it works before I start teaching something. The last thing I want is people getting confused and wondering how to trade and wanting to modify everything. You guys know me, I'm one to keep things simple. And so I just teach one trading system now. That's it, and it works fine. So this was me testing the same trading system, but instead letting the winners run. And the trading right here with these 2 trades open, yes, it's up, so 33K now. But look at the trading history. So for the past month, since this account was funded down here on November 20th, so it was funded 2 days. These funds cleared 2 days before my other 75K account, which cleared on the 22nd. And I've already showed you guys that trading history. But most of these trades were losers. Most of them did not do that great. There was only a couple trades and they were all from a swing perspective on the daily. So right now as the account sits in closed trades, it's down 8,000, but up it's 33,000. And here was those original trades. So on gold, I took these same trades on that other account where I was doing 1-to-1 risk rewards. And with gold, most of the profits were closed out right here for this trade, but I took the same position and I've let this run. It's almost to the original target, which was that previous high right there. So since gold is almost to that original target of just under 15, 17, I'm gonna go ahead and close gold right now. So I'm gonna close this order and it's closed. Okay, so now we're left with New Zealand dollar, US dollar. The same sort of trade was taken if we just go one more down. So New Zealand dollar, US dollar, had a position right here, booked profits at that previous high for the first initial position. 1-to-1 was what it was, or maybe it was a little bit farther, but the first one was 1-to-1. It was like a 2.5% winner. And the rest of the position was just left to run. And that has since, it hit the profit target, but for some reason, I guess my broker didn't close the trade right there. So I'm gonna be closing it right now because it hasn't reached my initial level that I wanted, which was this area right in here, essentially these previous highs. So I usually take my targets like just a little bit below the next significant areas just to make sure I get out, because stuff like this happens a lot where it pins the area and rejects away. But since this is essentially at the target and it looks like it's going back up there again, I'm just going to close this trade. So there's that. So the account has done just under $25,000, essentially still hitting the 100K mark. Like we're like, what, $900 short of that? But this was doing the same exact stuff as it was with the other price action system, which is not really even that different, except with that one, I'm just booking 1-to-1 trades. And you know, I like the 1-to-1 price action system better because it means you're consistently pulling profits out of the market and you don't have to wait for trades like this to happen. You don't have to catch a lot of market movement to become profitable. You just have to catch the same sort of movements pretty consistently. And if you can do that consistently, then you just bump up your lot size and bump up your risk parameters. You know, if you're a 1% type of person or a 2% risk type of person, do that. I think that's a good area of risk because you can lose a couple trades in a row and still not wipe out a lot of your account. But if you have smaller funds, like less than 10K, and you want to be more risky and you want to risk like 3% to 5% of your account per trade, that's fine as long as you understand and accept and you're cool with the risk parameters and you're okay with risking 5% per trade. Understand at 5% risk per trade, if you lose 4 trades in a row, your account is down 20%. And if you're trading with an account like 100K to 500K to $1 million, that can be a pretty substantial portion of your account. On a 100K account, down 20% is down 20 fucking grand. And sometimes you can lose 4 trades in a row all in a day. So it would be like 20% loss in a day, which, like I said, if you're comfortable with that risk and that's okay with you, I have students who do that and they're cool with that. You know, they're cool with that risk. I have one guy, he started a $1,000 account and now that account is like fucking like 30K or more or something like that. He's got a 3,100% ROI, 3,100% ROI. And albeit he doesn't trade exactly the way I do, he trades my price action system, but he uses, I think, Fibonacci and supply and demand as well to make that happen. And then we've got guys like Momo, which trade my divergent system as well as price action and all that. So everyone has their own little swing on things, but the job for you as a trader is to identify your edge and then identify what works well. You can get the basic framework for how to trade from like a course like mine or whatever. And then what you're gonna do is you're gonna take what you've learned, you're gonna test the system, and you're gonna go forward and practice on demo. And you're gonna do what suits your psychology the best. Because for me, even though I've been profitable trading both these trading systems, which is, like I said, they're roughly the same, but just the one-to-one, hard stops, hard targets, and then one-to-one risk reward initially and letting the winners run. Even though I've traded both of them have worked out to be just as profitable roughly. And me, I'm just more comfortable like booking profits at a one-to-one, not having to worry about letting a trade run or letting it go back and forth or being up in a ton of profits and then coming back. One of these trades that ended up coming back to stop out was GBP Canadian dollar. This trade was up close to like 10 grand. That one spiked really far. So let's just look at the actual trading history. So where was it? My position was like, it was somewhere in here, but it went all the way up into huge profits and then ended up coming all the way back, wiping out all those profits and then actually coming and then stopping out. And so, I mean, that can be frustrating when you're up like 10 grand. In this case is like, what, like 7% or whatever? I'm thinking off the top of my head. So up 7% and then it comes back for, you know, like a 2% loss. So stuff like that can be really frustrating. But like I said, it's all based on what you're comfortable doing and it's based on what you are most consistent at. I have people who are really consistent trading the 1 hour chart and I have plenty of students. The bigger portion of them are consistent trading the daily and 4 hour chart. And that's fine. Just as long as you've taken a simple trading system, applied it, and then have a way of controlling risk for it. Just like you guys see me say in every video, keep things really simple and just control risk. As long as you're just doing those two things, that's the bare bones minimum of all you have to do. Everything else, in my opinion, is just needless complexity. So that's why I don't even do it. So that being said, I just want to share this little video with you guys to inspire you guys, share a little bit about my own personal trading journey. I'm really excited for 2020, really excited for Mission FX. I decided to raise my program price. I decided to double the price because it's just getting such good results and I'm getting way too busy because I still do like one-on-one mentorship with clients. I'm about to hop on another one-on-one call right now with my guy, Aaron from Canada. And so like, since I'm still doing the one-on-one hands-on stuff, like you gotta understand, someone who's making like this month with this account and the other that's 25 plus 18K, that's almost 50K. It's like 45K this month that I've made trading. And I'm teaching people and doing mentorship and it's only 1K right now. It's just $1,000. Like that's nothing. And it's a one-time fee, lifetime access to everything. That's nothing. So I decided to raise the price for January. I think that's more than fair. I still think it's like a steal. I still think it's pretty much free priced at 2K. I don't think that's anything at all. And I think that if you're serious about trading, then it's the perfect spot to be for you. So that being said, guys, it's Friday. I'm pretty much done with work right now. So I'm about to head to Colleyville to hang out with my family. But this account is done. It's done trading, 99K, so it's pretty much did the 75K to 100K challenge with this one. And the other one got to like 93 or 94K. So I consider them both really solid. So you guys have a great weekend as well. And I will see you guys on Monday. Really excited about New Year's in 2020. The new course update is almost done. So for you guys who are full course clients, I'll be sending an email to you whenever it's done within the next few days here. You guys have a great weekend. Cheers.